The world's biggest and most expensive palace is neither the British royal family's Buckingham Palace, nor the Saudi King's Palace, nor the palace of the Emir of Qatar. Instead, it exists in a small Asian country called Brunei, a tiny sultanate whose sultan is counted among the richest and most powerful people in the world, Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah. In his palace, gold is so common that every corner of the palace is filled with it. Doors, walls, chairs, and tables. Everywhere, precious gold shines brightly. But Brunei is not just a name associated with wealth. It is a sultanate where every road reveals a new mystery, a place where the sultan's will itself becomes the law, and where even the world's greatest powers fall silent before his command. Welcome once again to Noble's Creation. Viewers, Brunei is a small but extremely resource-rich country where the ruler, Hassanal Bolkiah, is a personality who represents royalty, luxury, and power in living form. Since 1967 until today, he has remained the sole ruler of Brunei's throne. And after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, he has now become the longest reigning monarch in the world. This story is not only about time, but also about a level of wealth ordinary people cannot even imagine. Several international sources have reported that Hassanal Bolkiah's personal net worth exceeds $30 billion. And even these are considered very conservative estimates. No one truly knows the full extent of his actual wealth. Behind his luxury lifestyle and royal extravagance lie Brunei's enormous oil and gas reserves, hidden beneath the earth like buried gold. Every barrel of oil and every drop of gas adds another zero to the Sultan's fortune. But the Sultan of Brunei is not among those royal families who hide their wealth. He owns the world's largest private car collection, which astonishingly includes around 7,000 vehicles. This is no ordinary collection. It contains 600 Rolls-Royces, 450 Ferraris, and 380 Bentleys. And the newest addition to this collection is a 24-karat gold-plated Rolls-Royce Silver Spur. It was recorded by the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's most expensive car. A car that not only shines, but also reflects the Sultan's extravagant taste. The Sultan's car collection is estimated to be worth nearly $5 billion. Moving away from ground transportation and toward the skies, his private jet fleet is no less impressive. A gold-plated Boeing 747-400, worth nearly $400 million, is used by the Sultan not as an airplane, but as a flying palace. Crystal chandeliers, gold wash basins, and luxurious interiors had an additional $20 million spent on them. And according to many people, this is not just about comfort, it is a way to display wealth and power. And the story does not end there. The Sultan even gifted a private jet to his daughter as a birthday present. Overall, the Sultan owns 17 airplanes in his private collection, and every aircraft contains extensive use of gold. That is why the Sultan of Brunei is considered not only the emperor of the land, but also the emperor of the skies. There are many other fascinating aspects of the Sultan's personality. For example, he is a certified pilot from the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, and he flies his favorite barber from London to Brunei, spending $21,000 on a single haircut. This is only a small example of his luxurious lifestyle. The Sultan is also an art collector. He bought a painting by famous French painter Pierre-Auguste Renoir for millions of dollars. He spends money so freely that in 1996, he spent $30 million in one go on his 50th birthday celebration. Out of this amount alone, $16.5 million was paid to Michael Jackson just for his performance. During this period, the entire country celebrated a 2-week holiday, and specially for this occasion, an entirely new stadium was built where 60,000 royal guests from around the world attended. But the truly astonishing part was that the royal guests who attended the birthday party were given real gold medals. Speaking about the palace, it was designed by Filipino architect Leandro Locsin, while the interior design was created by Quan Chu, who also designed the world-famous Burj Al Arab. In 1984, the construction of this palace cost around $1.5 billion, exactly the same amount that was spent constructing the Burj Khalifa. This palace, called Istana Nurul Iman, is 3 times larger than France's Palace of Versailles. Astonishingly, it contains 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, a banquet hall for 5,000 guests, a mosque, a garage for 110 cars, air-conditioned stables for 200 polo ponies, and 5 swimming pools. And the most special thing is that its dome is made from 22-karat gold. Every corner of the palace tells a story of luxury and grandeur. Gold and marble floors, artistic carvings on the doors and walls. The palace contains more than 550 gold chandeliers and 18 elevators. It is said that the Sultan's palace is not merely a palace, but an entire small city. This palace, known as Istana Nurul Iman, has a total of 17 floors, and its total floor area spreads across 2.1 million square feet. Now, you might be wondering how the Sultan and his family moved from one place to another inside such a massive palace. For this purpose, electric golf carts are used inside the palace. This palace is not only the Sultan's home, but also the Prime Minister's office and the headquarters of Brunei's government. All of the country's major decisions are made from here. Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah is not only the richest monarch, but he is also the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister, and the Home Minister. The constitutional amendments of 2004 strengthened his powers even further. He was granted a position above the law, whether in his official or personal capacity. Now, after seeing all this, you might think Brunei is a liberal country, but that is not true. The most important aspect of his rule is the implementation of Sharia law. In 2019, the Sultan fully enforced Islamic law. Under this law, adultery and homosexual acts are punishable by death through stoning, while theft can result in punishments such as amputation of the hand. These punishments became the target of severe criticism worldwide. As a result, protests were even held outside the Sultan's luxury hotels in London and Paris. In Brunei, alcohol and pork are strictly banned. But not only that, smoking tobacco is also illegal here. Fatwas can only be issued by government-appointed muftis, and mocking those fatwas is itself considered a punishable crime. Attendance at Friday prayers is mandatory for all men here. And all women are required to wear clothing that fully covers their bodies. Despite all these restrictions, some things in Brunei are completely free, such as education and healthcare. There is also no income tax here. That is why many citizens deeply love their Sultan and call him the People's Sultan. They believe that Sharia law has kept the country peaceful and reduced crime rates. But on the other hand, many people find the country extremely boring. And for a little freedom, they travel toward the Malaysian city of Miri, where alcohol and a freer environment are available. Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah's personality has also been surrounded by many controversies. He was accused of attending private parties with his brother, Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah. In 1997, former Miss USA contestant Shannon Marketic filed a case against the Sultan and his brother. claiming that she had been held hostage and forced into inappropriate acts. However, because of sovereign immunity, the U.S. court did not rule against the Sultan. Which shows that, along with money, he also possesses tremendous power. Besides this, another scandal emerged in the 1990s called the Amadeo Crisis. The Sultan of Brunei's younger brother, Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah, was accused of misusing billions of dollars of royal wealth. He allegedly spent money like water on luxury yachts, private jets, and thousands of expensive cars. As a result, Brunei's reputation suffered a major blow, and tensions also arose within Brunei's royal family.
Eventually, the Sultan stripped his brother of power and exiled him from the country. Brunei is a sultanate where one side tells stories of luxury, while the other side strictly enforces Islamic law. But beyond all this, there are some facts about Brunei you may never have heard before. The word Brunei actually means that's it. Its full name is Negara Brunei Darussalam, where Negara means country and Darussalam means a peaceful place to live.
Oil and gas from Brunei power 90% of the country's economy. During World War II, Japan occupied Brunei because of oil shortages. And later, the British liberated it from Japanese control. In 2013, Brunei became the first Asian country to ban shark finning, the cutting off of sharks' fins. Education is given great importance in Brunei, and the country's literacy rate is among the best in the world, reaching nearly 98%. The currency of Brunei is the Brunei dollar, which can also be used in Singapore. Kampong Ayer, also known as the Venice of the East, is an ancient settlement built above the Brunei River. It reflects the country's ancient culture and traditions. Hopefully you will also like and share this video wholeheartedly. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you again in another amazing video.